How's it going, everyone? So I have a new wildlife rehabilitation rescue, and it's a giant snapping turtle. I mean, it's over 2 feet long and about 10 inches wide. So he's a big boy or girl. It's not happy. So I just got this call as I was eating my dinner, and a woman found him on the side of the road. You can see all the red. Ooh, yeah, he's fast. So he's not that injured. So lucky enough, it's the time of the year turtles are crossing the road. There's a lot of habitat fragmentation, and he's looking right at me. Habitat fragmentation happening going on, and sadly, turtles and other chelonians and tortoises to get hit crossing the road, either to find a nest or an area to lay their eggs. Probably like this one because it was heading right back to the water. So this could be a very angry female snapping turtle, and she got swiped by a car. I gotta clean this injury. You can see it right here. I'm trying to wash my fingers. So snapping turtles, a cool thing, can reach about halfway in the top of their shell. And the only way you can reach around and really grab a snapping turtle is from under the plastrum. Don't try this at home. If you find an injured snapping turtle, speak to a wild rehabilitator beforehand. The woman didn't describe the turtle, and I thought it was a small little painted turtle. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's a small turtle." And I grabbed this thing out of her car. She had it in the front passenger seat on the floor. And it was just chilling there. And then she was like, "Oh yeah, it was fine and calm." And then once I get it, it's trying to bite my fingers off and it's peeing all over the place. So it must knew that I wasn't that cute and cuddly to him. And it's looking right at me. So it must know what's about to happen. So what we're gonna do. I'm gonna clean this injury right here. I gotta examine the top of the carapace. Where this injury is kind of a bad spot. That is where the vertebrae is fused to the inside of the top of the shell. And we want to make sure that vertebrae isn't damaged because that's going to cause a lot of problems. But as you can see, it is looking right at me. That she can move her back legs. So that's a good sign. It's a very alert. It knows what's going on. It's acting like a normal snapping turtle. Reptiles are very resilient, especially snapping turtles. I've gotten really bad hits in the past. And I'm trying to go around the turtle to get her at a good angle. You can see her cute face. Yeah, she's not happy. Okay, so let's examine this. So what I'm going to do is get a bentadine solution. We're going to flush this out just gently on top of her shell. And also I found a leech on here. I'm going to have to take that off. So where turtles, especially snapping turtles, where they're found, they're really stagnant water, and that's why I tell people don't swim in dirty stagnant water because you're going to find a lot of leeches in there, and leeches are parasitic, so they're attached to this turtle, and they're just sucking her dry, slowly but surely. And there's actually a leech right here. It's hard to tell. Right where the syringe is, I see a leech, and it already like attached to where the area was bleeding, which is crazy. So I'm gonna take a brush. I just want to brush away. A lot of algae growing on top of it. That helps them camouflage too. And it's posturing up. It's trying to, and it's hissing. She is not happy. This probably doesn't feel great to her. She probably had a long, rough day. So I'm just gonna try to clean this area gently as possible. Well, maybe it wasn't a leech. Maybe it's just algae, because I don't see anything attached. So I'm just clean this off. So the blood is from the bone. So what's covering the bone of the shell of a turtle or tortoise are called scutes, and those are the specialized scales that form on top. And what happened is almost like a rug burn or a skid, especially if you fell on the side of the road, or if you're a motorcyclist. If you have fallen off your bike, you pretty much rip skin off. But that bone is very hard. But there's blood vessels going through the bone, and you can see the white right there. That's the bone, and that green and brown, that's the scute that got torn off. But what I'm seeing, there is some cuts right here, right where my thumb is. So that means it kind of scraped into the bone, which could become a problem if we didn't get her. It can turn into an infection, or she could have got more leeches sucking out of it. because they would attach right to the bone, but I'm trying to scrub as much as I can to clean this area off. Take some more Bentadine. We're gonna flush out this right here. So flushing this out, Bentadine is good for cleaning out bacteria, keeping wound clean. So it's good that there's blood still coming out of the bone. So it's not infected, it's a fresh cut. So it's right here, the 3 spots. Right here, almost looks like a T, which is kind of messed up. Looks like T for turtle. She's being nice now, so I think she's starting to, maybe she knows I'm helping her out. So I'm just cleaning this out with Bentadine. And once we get this area cleaned up a bit, I'll put an antibiotic cream, and that we'll put that on. I'll put that on for once every 12 hours. And the antibiotic cream, it's gonna help with the healing. Ooh, jeez, this syringe. And it's gonna help with the healing process with this turtle. And once I find that the bone is clogging up right here, and the scoots are starting to form over again, that's only going to take a couple weeks. This is a very minor, superficial cut. Then she could be ready to go. And we'll do it. I'm looking. I'll have to look under too. So when I got her quickly out of the car, I didn't see any cuts or bleeding coming out of her mouth, but doesn't mean there's not any internal injuries, which I'm going to have to monitor over time. Now, I got a turtle in the past where I got it from an emergency vet clinic. No lacerations, cuts all over the shell, nothing broken. But then I noticed a couple days later it's not eating. Blood is coming out of his mouth. Looks like it's extending his neck out to breathe. Taking the breed in for x-rays. Had a turtle bleeding. The car hit it so fast that the turtle had, all his organs were ruptured. Pretty much was bleeding, had pockets of blood inside of his body. And the animal unfortunately had to be euthanized. Now, the tricky part I'm going to do right now is take that leech off. So I got a small syringe right here. And the leech. Hi, girl. Yeah, gotta be quick, because it will grab your face. So the leech is right here. I just heated this needle. I'm just going to poke the leech off, because it's attached. I know. Trying to find the head of the leech. Okay, so I got the leech. I got it. Oh, I'm ripping it. There we go. Got the little sucker. Okay, you can see that's a leech. So if you're in upstate New York, like I said, don't swim in stagnant ponds or river edges, because if you step in the leaf litter, you're gonna find a leech, and it's gonna be nasty. So let's take care of that. And leech is dead. Alright, so that was quick. Yeah, should I check you for more leeches? Give you a second? Why not? So I gotta change my gloves because I'm gonna do a nice scrub right here. So we're gonna fast forward after I clean this area up a bit, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the turtle. Okay, now we're back. So now you can see the shell is better. It's going to take a while for the algae to come off, so what I'm going to do for the couple days anyway is keep her dry and make sure she's hydrated. I'll see, of course, the first day, I'm not going to make sure. Oh, by the way, adding an antibiotic cream. It's a topical. So you just add it right on top of the shell. Like this. You gotta smear it in. And then by tomorrow will be 12 hours before I head into work. I'll add more of the cream and then do it when I get back home. So pretty much once every 12 hours this cream. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm gonna keep her dry, and that's gonna help the algae die off on top of her shell because this algae needs moisture. If it doesn't have any moisture, any other microbacteria that's on top of her shell, it's gonna die off, and then I'll use again. I had this giant scrub right here. I had to get a bigger one because the toothbrush wasn't working. I'll go around and like get more of the algae off her shell. I was getting most of it right off here, just getting the exposure off her shell. Ew, I found another leech. Look at that. See, so leeches. Yeah, it's a couple leeches. So I guess I was really helping her out here because I see tiny little baby leeches. The GoPro's not going to catch it, but I do. I see it. So there's one right here. Ooh. So I thought she just had one giant leech. She has a bunch of little baby leeches. One's like right on her tail. Yeah, they're all over her. So yeah, she's gonna be in quarantine regardless, so it's not like she's gonna be with other turtles and spreading zoonotic diseases or parasitic things crawling on her shell. But yeah, there he is. He's killing another little leash. He's got. Wow, they're all over the bottom of her shell. So wherever she was, it was really swampy. Because they're like a ton right here. Wow. Just hindsight, this is not hurting her. So I'm just heating the needle just enough. But not boiling hot. But there's a bunch of little leeches sucking the blood right near her tail. Poor thing. Now I'm sure these leeches aren't. Oh wow, a pocket of leeches right here. Yeah, this is gonna be more work than I originally thought. But I'm gonna sign off right here. I'm gonna spend more time with her, get the camera out of her face. But if you wanna check her out and get any updates, I'm gonna put a link to the Animal E.A.I Instagram page. You can check it out, put some posts up there about the channel and this animal in the future. And hopefully in a couple weeks, once the shell kind of heals up, you can see the blood coming out, so that's healthy blood coming out. Once this spot heals up, she'll be ready to go, and I'll probably post on the Instagram page of her release in the next couple weeks. Probably by next month, she'll be ready to go. So thank you for stopping by and seeing the channel, and I'll see you next time.